significant resources deployed in the fight against crime. An emotional BWU General Secretary speaks of the union's challenges and determination to fight on. And in sports, another fast bowling masterclass from Jasprit Bumrah in the second Windies India Test.
Broadcasting from our studios in the Pine St. Michael, this is CBC Newsnight, starting now.
This segment of Weekend Newsnight, brought to you by Sagicor. Wise financial thinking.
A very good evening to you with the Saturday, August 31st edition of CBC Newsnight. I'm Ryan Broom. In our top story, significant resources have been directed to the Royal Barbados Police Force's efforts to tackle crime and violence on the island. Attorney General Dale Marshall says it's all part of government's commitment to rescue Barbados from the criminal element. The AG was speaking against the backdrop of the latest confirmed homicide with the discovery of the body of 22-year-old Raheem Ward in a rugged area near the St. Andrew's Parish Church. While he notes the police's efforts are showing results, he says there's more work to be done.
Over the last 9 months, we have worked with the Royal Barbados Police Force to facilitate a significant number of robust countermeasures. And from all reports from the Police High Command and from the areas of the force that are dealing specifically with these things, they're seeing a significant turnaround, and they are satisfied that we are seeing fruit as a result of those robust efforts. Those efforts are going to continue.
Now, the Attorney General made the comments on the sidelines of the St. Joseph Summer Swimming Camp at the Atlantis Hotel. That's where some young students from the parish took part in a community effort, which was organized with his assistance. Lorna Jones has more.
These children now have a useful skill that could potentially save their own or another's life. They took part in the St. Joseph Summer Swimming Camp held at the Atlantis Hotel. The camp catered to 3 to 11-year-old students from primary schools in the parish, and the idea for it came from 2 of the community's own, Rohan Lovey-Strawn and Tricia Gill. As Tricia tells us, inspiration struck in an unlikely location.
While we were waiting to board the van in Van Sand one evening, and we just started talking about projects that we would like to see happening in St. Joseph, and Lovey came up with the idea of why not have a little swim camp.
She took the idea to Attorney General and MP for the area, Dale Marshall, who ended up sponsoring the camp. He says it has proven to be quite popular.
The response has been overwhelming. We've had to turn away many more students from the camp than we would have liked to, but obviously we needed to keep the classes small and so on. It's a total community event. The teaching is done by one of our community residents and a person who is a qualified lifeguard, so parents are very comfortable. And even though it is of short duration, it has certainly given us the inspiration to try for another swim camp next year.
Resident Rohan Strawn says they will also be pushing other community activities.
In the area down here is like almost dead zone. You know, Andy, from where we come from, every like bank hauler, every time we had a little spare time during the holidays, whatever, we would get hanging on the pasture, and we got the facilities now that we never had before, but we ain't utilizing them. So we're just trying to get everything sorted that we could get like a collective kind of base down here. We could have like every sport and activity going on again. And so far so good with the help of the MP and everything.
Following this session at the pool, the children were presented with medals and trophies for their participation. Lorna Jones, CBC News.
Thanks, Lorna. Well, despite severe criticism, the Barbados Workers Union continues to fight in the interests of its membership and for the good of the country as a whole. This from General Secretary of the Barbados Workers Union, Senator Tony Moore, during the union's 78th Annual Delegates Conference. Our Sharika Griffith has that story.
In an emotional address, BWU General Secretary Senator Tony Moore admits that the challenges facing workers, which have led some to suggest the union is not delivering, have created one of the most challenging periods during her tenure.
It's not been easy to see people that you've committed to serve suffer It's not been easy to be leading a fight on their behalf and to be feeling their pain, and in some respects, feeling helpless.
Within the private sector, she reveals the construction industry has been particularly hard hit.
We've been seeing companies closing down, companies writing to us they're on the edge, as a number of anticipated projects and a pickup of the economy have not come on stream.
In spite of the challenges, the BWU General Secretary says the union continues to seek out opportunities for members as employees, but also as entrepreneurs.
This conference will also be able to discuss a success story that is potentially on the way with a number of different transport board workers who are now looking to become their own entrepreneurs, and the BWU is helping to shape that cooperative effort.
The senator says the union is considering establishing a strategic organizing team to increase the role of young people in the organization. It's also in discussions to develop 30 acres of land for use in generating renewable energy. Sharika Griffith, CBC News.
Well, there's a concerted effort to get more women and girls interested in pursuing careers in information and communication technology, or ICT, as a method of empowerment. That was a major focus as the Caribbean Girls Hack 2019 Hackathon and Interactive Tech Expo officially opened today at the Lloyd Erskine Sandyford Center. The hackathon formed part of the AnimeCon Expo. In delivering the keynote address at the hackathon, Minister of Innovation, Science and Smart Technology, Senator Kay McConney, said there's a need for more women and girls to make their mark in ICT.
Barbados recognizes that women are powerful catalysts for change in society. And girls, I want you to know that every time. Any society that fails to recognize this and be intentional about including girls and women in any field, not just tech, will not only marginalize the women, but also diminish their contribution and deny that society the opportunity to reach its full potential.
The minister also put the highlighting of girls in particular into context.
The focus on girls in ICT is not about us promoting girls over boys. That's not what it is. It is about us bringing girls alongside boys so that we can build a global ICT sector together.
The Inter-American Development Bank, a major sponsor, sees it as a critical tool of empowerment for women and girls in a modern environment.
Also using hacks like this, exercises like this, that can generate prototypes of technical tools and applications that can bring innovative solutions to local challenges, that can bring together members and different actors of society. That's definitely what we have been trying to encourage with hackathons and ideathons in many countries, to connect the dots between the developmental challenges and the use of technology.
More than 50 girls represented Barbados in the hackathon, which is part of the International Girls in ICT Day program of the International Telecommunications Union and organized by She Leadist, co-founders Bridget Lewis and Nicole Pitter-Patterson. The official opening of the hackathon was also attended by Minister of Information, Broadcasting and Public Affairs, Senator Lucille Moore, who interacted with the participants and gave them words of encouragement to continue to excel in the field of ICT. Barbados is the final leg of the hackathon, which has already taken place in 4 other Caribbean countries. In other news now, 7 University of the West Indies CAFL campus students were injured when a motor van ran off the road near the institution shortly after 11 last night. Police say the 4 females and 3 males were walking on the sidewalk, making their way back to the campus when 57-year-old George Marshall of Sturgis and Thomas lost control of his vehicle, swerved across the road and collided with the students. The injured students, who are all non-nationals between the ages of 17 and 21, complained of various injuries about the body. 5 of them were transported by ambulance to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, while the other 2 opted to seek private medical attention. Police investigations are continuing. Meanwhile, in a statement, management and staff at the University of the West Indies CAFL campus said they are shaken and saddened at the recent road traffic accident involving the 7 students.